6 minutes in, Granit Xhaka's injured. Not a good start. Hope you're good, Granit. Danny Ceballos takes to the field. Early scare earlier. Little scare earlier with Man City on the edge of the area. Kevin De Bruyne, or the man that ate Kevin De Bruyne, is currently stepped in his spot, but still has the technique of Kevin De Bruyne, and it got fingertips from Bert Leno to push it over the bar. Yeah, because he's broken his. Oh, go on. Oh. Eddie. Oh, the Eddie. Sorry, forgot to mention the starting lineup. In goal, Bert Leno. At right back, it's Hector Bellerin. At left back, it's Kieran Tierney. At centre back pairing, we've got Pablo Mori and Squadron Mustafi. No David Luiz. Message. In central midfield, we've got Granit Xhaka. He's already got off for Ceballos. It's got nothing to do with form. He actually twisted his ankle. Hopefully he's all right. Good luck, Granit. In central midfield, it's Matu Guendouzi. Yeah. All right, midfield, it's Bukayo Saka. What? No Pepe. Message. On left midfield, it's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And up front, it's Eddie Nketiah. And there we go. Now Pablo Mari's injured and David Luiz is on. Ooh. It's never going on. Aubameyang's hair is looking peak. David Luiz! I'd rather have Luiz Redknapp right now. Are you having a laugh? But David Luiz, that was awful. And I thought, what happened to if they give away a penalty, they don't get a red? Come on, what was he doing? That first touch on that goal was dog. The second goal. Just let him go past. You've done that before. What was the Mustafi one? Who was that against? Chelsea. Against Chelsea. Just let it lie, bruv. It's done. Just let it go. Let it go. For fuck's sake, man. Just let it go. Guendouzi. I can't even dig out Guendouzi because he's working hard, but I'm not for that. Oh, he's really showing good heart and he buzzes around. I don't care. I don't care if you can run around. Running around is not the base level of being a professional footballer at Arsenal. I'm sorry, it's not. Willock, been non-existent. Eddie Nketiah has hardly had any of the ball. Feel sorry for him. Got to stop saying that. It's the position he picked. Aubameyang's not really had much of it. Ceballos ain't really got the ball because as soon as it gets into the middle, we don't really have anything. We're down to 10 men. Looks like Kieran Tierney's slotted into the middle. Centre back. Saka's gone at left back. And fucking hell. There's still half hour left. So I'll just end this misery now. You having a laugh? Can't even turn this crap off. Oh, it's on the fucking thing, that's why. Are you trying to stress me out? Alright. We can all sit here and say Arsenal are this, Arsenal are that, we're crap, we're this, we're that. But there's no point in that. That's boring. No one wants to hear Arsenal is shit. It says nothing about anything and it's pointless. Because this is the team we have until the end of the season. Bare minimum. Alright. So, David Luiz giving them 2 goals away was absolutely criminal and there's no coming back from that. Man City are one of the most devastating teams in Europe, and if you're going to give them 2 goals, you're pretty much climbing a mountain, an ice mountain, on skates. You're climbing a hill, a concrete hill, on rollerblades. It's poor. It's poor, but it says that I'm a bit confused though. I'm a bit confused because recent comments say that Arteta's happy with David Luiz and he's a leader and that and this and that, and we cannot deny that David Luiz's performances since Arteta has come in have been 10 times better. In fact, I can only remember. I remember the mistake he made against Chelsea, where it was more of Mustafi's mistake, and he covered and gave away a penalty and got sent off early doors. But since then, David Luiz has been a solid figure up until the Olympiacos game when he ducked out the way of that ball. But he's been a solid figure and could quite easily be classed as a pretty decent signing. But then you have moments like that. You have moments like that where people will just go straight Sideshow Bob. They will say, Sideshow Bob, he's a clown. He passed it 2 years ago. David Luiz can't defend, stick him in midfield. It's boring sound bites that, again, it's just pointless. It's pointless. But where do you go from here? Where do you go from here? To turn around and hope that William Saliba comes in and is going to change everything and that he's going to come in and be the rock at the back that we need is foolish. And he's frankly putting too much pressure on a guy who's only 19 years of age and coming from a completely different league. I mean, just look, who in France has come over to England and devastated it that quickly? To have that much confidence in a 19-year-old centre-back is blind foolery. And you're setting him up and yourself up for failure. So just chill on that. This is going to take time to fit this club. But as I said at the end of last season, I worried. I'm less worried now. In fact, I'm not worried. But I just hope to God that Arsenal have a direction. They have a plan. And it's not buying older players. It's not buying names. It's not buying names that people know. Because as I've come to know from Arsenal fans, they actually don't know much in terms of names players. They don't. They know about 4 players out there and they just keep on banding them same names about. So it doesn't interest me when Arsenal fans turn around and go, "No, I've never heard of him," because you don't know that many players as it is. So it doesn't bother me. But there needs to be a direction. There needs to be a plan. And I hope it's to bring in the unknown, to bring in the right character, to bring in young players and start again. And just, this point in time for the rest of the season for me is to show what these players who are currently in the squad are about and who you look to get rid of and who you look to keep. Who's going to back you on this last stretch, and who's going to shy away because they feel like they can get away with it at the end of the season because this is a nothing run of games. So it's a real test of character of Arsenal. It's against the Man City side. So, I mean, it was always going to be a tough game. But we made it tougher by gifting them silly goals. People like Nketiah didn't really get much of the game. Aubameyang weren't in it at all. Guendouzi, okay, we can talk about his running and his energy and all that, but I'm sorry, he's just not the guy yet. He's not there. I personally think Guendouzi would be a very good defensive midfielder in a few years' time. Get him bulked up, get him tackling, get his positional sense right, and he could be a more expansive defensive midfielder. He could have more to his game. But currently, in the way he is trying to play as a box-to-boxer, he's not got enough about his game to even contemplate being in that position. So he's way off in my eyes. Joe Willock might as well have been Chris Willock playing in Benfica. It was non-existent today. Anyone that tells me that he's better than Mesut Ozil is crazy, like batshit crazy. Saka didn't really get much of the ball. Kieran Tierney was in amongst it, where with regards to the defending side of things, didn't really get much forward much. Leno saved us a few times early on in the game. Probably the only player that comes out with anything above a 6 in my eyes. Not going to do player ratings. Absolutely pointless. Yeah. Like I said, we move on. We go to the next game. Try and keep positive. Come on, Arsenal. Let's get back. And we're only actually 5 points off of Man United and 8 points off of Chelsea, which is madness. How poor has everyone else been? Because we've been awful this season. We didn't even start until like November. We've been dog. On that note, peace out. Stay safe. Wash your hands.